What's up, guys? Thank you so much for popping into my review for the live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch. This film originally came out in 2002, 2D animated film, which I just reviewed on the channel, and I think it's one of the best Disney animated movies. Now you have the live-action remake, which is it going to fall in the categories of Dumbo and the categories of Pinocchio and Mulan? Does anybody remember the live-action Mulan even happened? I honestly forgot all about it, and I think it's in my 4K collection, which kind of makes me sick. Regardless, this film is on the other side of that. I don't think this is a great movie, but I think that this is a fine film. For what they were able to do, compared to the original, they changed a few things up, which some of the things they changed I thought were fine. Not like, wow, what a great change. How necessary was that? Not that the movie was necessary, but they cast this little girl as Lilo, who is fantastic. She steals the show, and when you come to a child actor, it's kind of hard to be critical on them sometimes, but sometimes they're really bad. And in this film, she's terrific. And she is so charismatic. She had to work with nothing most of the time with Stitch. I guess she had to imagine him there because he's visual effect. I mean, the chemistry that she's got with Stitch is phenomenal. And I think that's the best part of the movie. It's called Lilo and Stitch, and their bond and their relationship is the best part of the film. You also have the sister, who is the same character as the original. There's a couple different things that aren't really huge different things, but tiny different things that happen that I thought some of it towards the end was a little questionable, and some of it in the middle was just a little unnecessary. But I wasn't angered by it. There was nothing in this movie that angered me. The only thing that got me close to being upset is the performance of Jumba in the film. Zach Galifianakis. I don't know if he's just phoning it in or if he was directed to be very one note and mustache twirling. I didn't like him in this film. Now, the visual Jumba that you see, the first 5 minutes of the film are very much like the first 5 minutes of the original, to the point where it felt like they were just going through the motions. Things were happening. It's like, okay, we're doing this scene beat by beat and just kind of going through it. And I think in the animated film, it was a better sequence. It was better laid out, better acted. And the visual effect of the supreme leader, councilwoman or whatever, she looked bad in this movie. I was like, hopefully through the rest of it, it gets better. By the end of the film, I was like, oh my God, she doesn't look good. It looks like she was pulled out of like Kingdom Hearts 3 or something. Not that the character's even in that game, but it just looked like a graphic from that. But Jumba looked good when he was like classic Jumba. I thought he looked good. Pleakley, I thought, looked good as well. And Pleakley as the human, I thought, worked better than Jumba as the human. They've got to be disguised. I get it. Makes sense to make them humans in live action. But I just feel like that they're put in different scenarios, and it almost feels like that those characters are just kind of going through the motion in the film as well. They're trying to undercook a plot line with Pleakley being a fan of Earth. Then he finally gets to go. I feel like they should have explored that a little more. They just went really deep into changing Jumba's character. And by the end of the film, I don't like what they did with him. It's not as special as the end of the animated film. The ending is different. It's not like totally different. There are things that happen in the end of the film that happen in the original, but to get there are differences that I thought were just a little too different and a little just odd. I don't know. It was okay, but the biggest thing that kind of surprised me was one of my biggest problems with the animated film was the character of Captain Gantu. Well, he's not even in this movie. I don't know why, but Gantu has been deleted from the film. Maybe they thought they had too much on their hands. I don't know. They add a caseworker who, the actress who plays the caseworker in this film is actually the same actress who played the sister Nani in the original 2002 film. It's the same voice, and I thought that was really cool to hear. But there was just a lot more going on. And Cobra Bubbles, I mean, I thought it was okay what they did with him in this film, but it was just better in the original. How he's handled in the original, and just the depiction of Cobra Bubbles and who he is. I liked the story better in the original, but here, I didn't dislike it. It's just okay. This movie, I think, is good. I think it's perfectly watchable, but knowing that there is an original like if this was an original movie, I think it would be getting rave reviews right now, to be honest. But because of the source material being so good, it's just getting okay reviews. And I guess that's where I'm at, because knowing what it was pulled from, you have better. You know, there are some nice moments. This film has heart for sure. And by the end of it, I liked it. And I think comparing it to the recent live action remakes, I liked it a little more than Snow White, which I liked, actually, believe it or not. But yeah, I liked it a little more than Snow White. And I'll give Lilo and Stitch 3.5 out of 5 stars, a film that I think is extremely rewatchable and fun to watch. But just compared to the original, it just doesn't stand a chance. So that's my thoughts on Lilo and Stitch, guys. Comment down below. What's your thoughts? Did you see the film? Do you plan on seeing the film? Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for reviews for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning and Friendship right around the corner. And you can also follow me on Twitter and/or X at RyanKing72. That's been it for me. Thank you so much for watching my review for Lilo and Stitch. And until next time, over and out.